Hey guys, that was my PvR, and this is another Protoss versus random on Blue Storm. And as you know, I don't like to play versus randoms as Protoss because the rock paper scissors of it puts me so far behind. So I'm not going to talk about the map or anything. I'm just going to talk about the problems with random. I don't think random should be allowed, especially if I'm playing Protoss. Like, I'm at such a disadvantage with opener because I have to one base because if I had fast expand versus turn Protoss, I'm going to lose. And if I one base, I'm behind versus Zerg. Like, my chances of winning are drastically lower one base than versus Zerg. And just say, but if I do a 2-gate Zealot, because I think he's Zerg, he could be Terran and I pretty much instantly lose. And I could do a 1-base Goon to beat Terran, to not beat, but be able to hold on versus Protoss and Terran. But he could be a Zerg, and then the 1-base Goon build is pretty bad. So it's two rock paper scissors, isn't it? Like, you have to be a very superior player to win versus a random player as Protoss. So I usually just all in, like to do like a 2-gate, it's 8 pylon, 9 gate outside their base. But as you'll see, like the last time I done this, I won. But you'll see sometimes you don't win with this. Spoiler, I will go into it soon. But one thing I've learned about Blue Storm while proxy gating, I usually proxy gauge. You have your 4 probes, send them in, you build the 5th probe, you send that to mine, and then the 6th probe is the one you send out. But since Blue Storm's such a big map, and I want to proxy it, because I know if it was Terran or Protoss, I would do it inside his base. But if he's Zerg, like, he'll see my probe come in, so I have to do it outside. But since the map was, I got over there with 150 minerals, which is bad. But that means instead of sending the 6th probe out on Blue Storm, I should send the 5th probe out, and that means I'll get to that point with 100 minerals ready for the pylon. So the build is a bit delayed, and I've seen his Zerg, and here's the issue. So as you can see, gas 9 pull speed is the safest Zerg play possible. It will not lose to any all-in. So the only way for me to win this is for him to completely mess up. Like, completely. I now know I've lost at this point probably, but it's better than, like, I'd rather take that risk rather than, I didn't know he was Zerg. So what, you know, if I had a 1-gate Goon build as a maybe a 1-base Goon Reaver push versus Zerg, which is terrible on Blue Storm, by the way, but I'll get into that when we actually play Blue Storm properly. I would have lost straight up. I would have had to beat this random player. See, this is why I hate this. I would have had to just blind fast expand with cannons to beat this build, and I would have lost to 2 Protoss and Terran if I'd done this. So you can see, I probably lost, and he sent his first Zerglings to my base, which is so smart. And my micro is actually very bad, but I just gave up, to be honest. I'm kind of sad. This is very smart. See, he knows he can't beat that, so what does he do? And I need to save my Nexus now, and I'm not focusing on my Zealots. But it's quite important. Oh, see, there we go. I lost a Zealot. That's very bad. I should have pulled that Zealot right away. But while I'm doing this, I'm not mining. That's another issue. I can't mine, so I can't build out the 2 gates. I would have been better just 1 gate in, and I've lost all my probes at this point. And he also, since the 9 pool gives you like a decent economy, he managed to build 2 Sunkens there. Like, if he 12 hatch, it's quite hard to build 2 Sunkens and build Zealots. But I've not pretty lost at this point. This is what I'm talking about when I say I hate randoms. Like, I'll never beat that, to be honest. I don't feel comfortable playing 2-gate Zealot, like risking 2-gate Zealot, and he could be Terran. And I also get my rank, I start off at D, so we're going to work our way up. That's where the rank initially starts. See if I can get to B, that's usually my peak. Maybe that's the end of this one. It's just fuck random, man.